In this video, we'll discuss how to create, edit, and delete field boundaries and shapefiles in FieldAgent Web. Once you're into FieldAgent Web, to create a field using a field boundary, the first thing you'll need to do is zoom into where that field is at. I've already done the zoom in, and we click on the plus sign here in the top of the menu, and it opens up a dialog box. We obviously have to give it a name. So we type in the name. The other information is optional and is not required for you to fill in. Then the next thing we need to do is actually draw the boundary. We have a choice between a square, a polygon, or a circle. I'm going to go with the polygon because this is not a square field. And we just click to draw out the shape of the field that we want. And when we're done, we close it by clicking on the very first spot, and it automatically created the field boundary, and the save button here and now has become available. I click on save, and now we have created a field inside a FieldAgent by using a field boundary. We also can go back and edit that boundary. Maybe it's not perfect, or maybe we want to add a secondary field to it. So we double click on field boundary in the menu on the left hand side, and I can come in here and click on the edit button. And this will allow me to make changes by clicking on the points within the field boundary. And if I click on one of these low points, it adds more points to the side of it and allows me to make different shape changes to it. Or if I really want to, I can now add a secondary field boundary to it. So by clicking on the tool over here on the right hand side, we turn on that tool. I'm going to click on the rectangle one, and I click on it, and then I move it to finish it. Again, when you click on it, let up on the mouse button and move it to where you want it to be. You want to be really careful that it doesn't overlap an existing boundary. You can always come back and edit it with more detail. When you're done drawing it, you simply click to stop the drawing, and if everything is good, you can click right on save. And that's all there is to adding or editing an existing field boundary. Now, if I want to get rid of that secondary field, I certainly can do so by double clicking on the field boundary again, by clicking on the eraser, and then clicking on the one I want to delete. And then when that's all said and done, you do have to click on the finish button, and you can click on save, and now we've deleted that field boundary. We can also add a shapefile to call out a spot in the field that maybe is a small plot or wind damage or something like that. So let's take a look at this small spot here in the field in the corner. This is actually a dried up little pond in the corner here. So let's go ahead and add a shapefile for that. So how we do that is under zones here, we click on the plus sign. We give it a name. And then over here we choose the type of shape we want to use. I'm going to go with circle. And then I just click and move my mouse out to draw that circle. And when I'm done, I again click to finish. And then if I want to move that circle, I can certainly just click on the move button over there. When I'm all done, I click on finish again, and then I click on done. And that's all there is to adding that shapefile to the field boundary. And again, just like with any other thing, we can come back and make edits to it, or we can delete it if we want to. By going into the zones down here, you can see where it says pond. If I click on the X there, it hides it. I can display it again by clicking on the layers, clicking on pond. And if I want to, I can go back to zones once I have the pond selected and double click on the pond line. And again, here I can make edits to it by turning on the edit functionalities over here. Or if I want to delete the shapefile for whatever reason we don't need it anymore, we certainly can click on the delete button. It'll want you to confirm, and then it'll be deleted. If you have any additional questions about how to create, edit, or delete shapefiles or field boundaries in FieldAgent Web, please feel free to reach out to us at support@sentera.com or to call us using 612-204-2000, or reach us through our support page by going to sentera.com and clicking on support.